Well, 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 what have we here? Hello, YouTube. How you guys doing? Jared Fuller here. Today is Sunday, July 19th, 2020. My two sidekicks are asleep at the moment. So I would typically at this time, introduce them, but they're sleeping, so we'll just skip right over that. They'll probably end up waking up in the middle of the video here. I hope you all had a wonderful week. My week was pretty good. I've been emailing and texting friends and keeping in contact with friends on Messenger. I've been doing quite well, actually. I received a Warrior bracelet in the mail, a couple of Warrior bracelets in the mail last week, and I'm not wearing them now because it's like really hot in here, and it's been hot these past few days. We had some severe weather come through early this morning. There's actually a tornado warning up in Ogama and Iosco counties, which is in northern Michigan. We had some severe weather come through here this morning, which is why I kind of waited to do this, because, you know, in the event of a power outage, that's going to interrupt my video. So I waited for all the severe weather to move through. And it rained here pretty good. It didn't get as noisy as other places. I know, like St. Charles up the road, they got hit hard with the severe weather. We just had, you know, typical thunder and lightning, and the wind picked up, and it rained really super hard. We were under a severe thunderstorm warning for a little while. Everything's clearing up, everything's quieting down, but at least now we've got some rain, and our grass really needed the water. It needed the rain. So hopefully it was enough. Hopefully it's beneficial. I know Michigan, well, parts of Michigan anyway, we have issues with droughts, and you know, because it's so dry and it hasn't rained and it's been so super hot lately. But other than that, I mean, we did pick up some good rain here. Everything is going smoothly as far as that goes. Update on my van, because I had talked about this last week. There's a recall on my van, and the torque converter needs replaced. On the 21st, on Tuesday, I will be taking my van to a local Ford dealership because they honored the recall, and they're going to replace the torque converter free of charge. So I got to be at the Ford dealership, not here in town. It's up the road. I have to be there at 8 o'clock Tuesday morning so they can get started right away, because it's going to take probably 2 or 3 days or maybe longer for them to fix it. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I need a dependable car. I'm making payments to my financial institution, so it'd be nice to be able to use something that I'm paying for. But it's been, other than that, things have been going very well. I received a text message from my friends who live a couple states away. She took a picture of Mackinac Island fudge, because I wasn't aware that they sold it outside of Michigan, and evidently they do. She sent me the picture, and she says, "You're not going to believe what my husband just bought." And wow, they sell that there? That's really cool. I didn't think Mackinac Island fudge was sold outside of the state of Michigan, because we make it here. But apparently so. So Pure Michigan, you know, gets around. Whether it be the fudge, or I thought someone messaged me. Whether it be our products or the commercials on television, the campaign, the Pure Michigan campaigns. I think they've spotlighted Ann Arbor, Grand Rapids, I think Traverse City too. I think Traverse City was included in that. There are a lot of different locations here in Michigan that were included in the Pure Michigan campaign. They used to air the commercials all the time. They stopped airing them. I don't know, but you can find them on YouTube, I'm sure, if you look. You'll find all kinds of Pure Michigan campaigns, the commercials. You'll find commercials for Bronner's and Frankenmuth. You'll find all kinds of Michigan-based commercials on YouTube. It's really interesting to see. But anyway, I'm probably going to make this Sunday video update quick, because I have to do some grocery shopping today, and I'll probably go to Owasso for that. I don't know when they're going to wake up. I know they were up pretty late. They were at the races yesterday out at the Owasso Speedway. My cousin Damien turned 13 yesterday, so Day-Day, I love you. Happy birthday, cuz. I hope you had a wonderful 13th birthday. I can't believe you're officially a teenager now. I don't know what happened. I mean, time just come and gone, just picked up and went. So, happy birthday to you. And there was something else I wanted to mention. I need to start writing this down because there's so much to talk about, and I'm trying to ad-lib everything, and I'm thinking that I'm going to get it memorized, and I don't. I need to start writing these things down. I need to have like a piece of paper and just read it off like this, or just hold it up like this, and Okay, so last week, I had received a message from somebody that I don't even know. Or maybe it was a couple weeks ago, something like that. I don't know. Either way. And they were telling me how this certain Justina Banks on Facebook is running my name into the ground. I have a pretty good idea that I know who it is, and last week I had given a name, Tessa Miser. I don't think it was Tessa Miser, although she doesn't like me either, and I wouldn't put it past her to make a fake account. But I don't think it was her. I think it was Carrie Rickman, a person that I've had issues with for who knows how long. I don't know what it, and it's all mainly particularly women who don't like me on Facebook. It's cool. I don't have to fucking like them either. But this is what I don't understand. It's like, were you people picked last in life? Like, were you not invited to birthday parties? Were you not invited to Christmas parties? Were you physically, verbally abused when you were kids? What is your deal? What is your situation? Why are you the way you are towards me? Are you trying to get a rise out of me, or what's the deal? Because it seems to me like this Justina Banks, who, by the way, no profile picture, because I've seen the screenshots in Messenger, actually. People send me the screenshots of this Justina Banks account, and whoever's sending screenshots of my messages or whatever to Justina Banks to post on Facebook, you can kindly go fuck yourself. I don't know if it's the person who messaged me, or if it was somebody else that I know, that I've spoken to for years on end now. I don't know who's doing it, but you know who you are, and you can kindly fuck off. And remove yourself out of my life. If that's what you're going to do, you're just going to play messenger and you're going to stab me in the back. Whoever you are, you can kindly go fuck yourself. And hey, Justina Banks, why don't you show us a picture of your face? Make it public so everybody can see who you are. Because it seems pretty cowardly of you to talk shit about people without showing your face. At least when I talk shit about you, you can see my face. See? Get a good look. Take a screenshot of this. Pass it around. Make your people happy. I'm not one to fuck with. So keep your shit up. I'm thinking it's Carrie Rickman pretending to be Justina Banks. Either way, whoever's behind the fake account, you are a loser. You have no life. And you're also a liar because you're going around telling people a bunch of shit about me that isn't true. Which, by the way, is slander. Illegal. And again, were you abused? Were you physically abused as a child? Were you verbally abused? Were you picked last? Were you never picked at all? Were you not invited to Christmas parties? Do you have a daddy complex? Do you have a mommy complex? What's your fucking deal? I could go on all day. I don't know what your problem is, why you have so much hatred towards me, but, instead of wasting so much time being angry at me or frustrated with me for whatever the reason may be, why don't you do something productive with your life? You know? I know I'm an easy target because I talk about this, but I don't know. People are insufferable. People have nothing better to do with their time. They sit behind a screen all day. And, you know, not everybody is a lowlife. You know, some of us are living life. Some of us are actually out there making a difference in people's lives. Some of us actually talk to us. Some of us actually want to be around other people. And my friends, which I have a big circle of friends, they want me around them. I've already been invited back. As a matter of fact, it was a year ago today that I went to Louisiana to hang out with my friends. So, yeah, it's going to take more than just, oh, Jared's a this and Jared's a that. My friends are much smarter than that. They don't believe everything they're told, and if they have believed everything they were told, and they cut ties with me because they were fed a bunch of bullshit, they probably weren't my friends to begin with. So, c'est la vie, motherfucker. Keep walking. But Justina Banks, whoever you are, get a fucking life and leave people alone. Put a picture of your face on Facebook. Make it public. Don't make it to where only certain people can see it. Make it public so the whole world can see it. Don't be a coward. If you're going to talk shit about people, at least make yourself known. You know? That's all I'm saying. Just make yourself known. Because I don't have to hide. I'm telling you. Because I know you're watching this, and everybody else who hates on me is watching this too. Hi, haters. Hi, sheep. Speaking of sheep, and it's a conversation that I've had with some friends of mine over the weekend. My question is why, and I propose this question to many of my friends, why do you revere people who can't return that favor? Why do you chase after people who won't chase after you? They don't chase back. Why do they do that? Why do you do that? If you're one of those people who you're giving all these people attention and adulation and adoration, and you're exalting them, why are you doing that? Why? Ask yourself this question, or email me and explain to me why you put someone on a pedestal and you think so highly of them. Why do you do that? Because they're awesome and they can go on Facebook and preach kindness all day. Well, I'll tell you what, the people who preach kindness all day are the very people that I would most definitely have to watch out for. Because if they obsess over kindness and they preach kindness all day long, there's a reason why they do it. They're probably not the most kindest people in the world. I think they bullshit people. The biggest hypocrites on earth. You know? I don't preach kindness. I don't even preach hate because I'm not hateful. I'm not Carrie Rickman and Justina Banks. I'm not all these hateful people in the world. Whoever Justina Banks is, I really don't care, but they're losers. They're at the bottom of the food chain. They're nothing. They have no life. But people who constantly obsess over kindness, especially on Facebook, seems a bit hypocritical to me. Especially when certain people show me that they're not so kind. And it doesn't it doesn't set well with that proverbial kindness badge that they wear, that they got pinned to their chest. People like you, and okay, so we all want to be kind to each other, which is fine. I'm kind to everybody until they give me a reason not to be. But if you're going to obsess over kindness after having treated me like shit, why don't you look in a mirror and ask yourself, why am I such a narcissist? Why do I bullshit myself and bullshit other people? I treat someone like shit, and then I get on Facebook and preach how important it is to be kind to everybody. I tell you what, it's why I love writing in my journal. It's why I love writing in my journal, because my thoughts and my perceptions of reality are real. They're raw. Everything I write in my journal is from the heart. And even my poetry. I've been writing journals now for going on, this November will be 21 years. And these are my thoughts. I've been writing since I was 13 years old. It's kept me out of trouble. It's the love of my life. It's my hobby. I love writing journals. I encourage people to write journals. Yes, this is book 129. This is my 129th journal since November 16th, 1999. Scruffy stepped on Amy. But this is my journal. And it's so much better than trying to project your thoughts on Facebook, because I didn't want Facebook to be my diary. Because I don't write diaries, I write journals. There's kind of a difference. Not a big difference, but it's a similar difference, but it's not the same. I started this book on July 9th, day after my birthday. And like I said, it's just been something I've enjoyed doing for the past going on 21 years. I encourage people, instead of being so hateful on Facebook, why don't you just get a journal? Buy a composition book. You can get them cheap at Walmart. You can get them cheap at the dollar store. Buy you a bunch of journal books and some ink pens and write your thoughts down. Just write them down. In fact, I'll read you something I wrote just recently, just the other day. It was on Friday. I had written it. Flip back here. Okay, this is what I had written on Friday, July 17th. Hanging out, page 6. Today I'm taking another me day to just write and relax and not be so distracted by my cell phone or what others are doing. I love my friends and I love our connections, but there's always someone else out there doing better than I am, and my friends gravitate to them and stroke their ego, which they do. Not naming names. And I'm not insecure about other people doing better. It's just that when they're actually not doing better, they just like to project on Facebook that they are, trying to make themselves look bigger than what they are. I'll get to that. It's frustrating to me because these look at me types act as if they're above and beyond the rest of the world, and my friends are excuse me. My friends are constantly treating them as if they are. How do I explain this to my friends without putting our friendship at risk? If I were the old me and didn't give a shit, I'd come right out and say what I felt. I still do, but I guess I've toned it down. I've scaled back. I've scaled back. I also tend to think that whatever it takes to be that special or to be so highly revered and put on a pedestal is an element that's missing from my friendships. Unlike those narcissists that my friends worship and adore so much, I actually love and cherish my friends, and I certainly wouldn't expect them to stroke my ego or kiss my ass. And I don't. These narcissists don't hide their arrogance or egocentricity, and the proof is in the pudding. I mean, social media is a shining example of that. It is perpetually easy to make yourself look big by not only distorting reality, but by also carefully calculating posts, because they know it'll resonate with gullible people. I think that's Facebook in a nutshell. Likes and hearts on posts, really? This is important to the world now? It just seems so mundane and unimportant. But the dopamine hits are immensely gratifying, which keeps people coming back to it. Social media has made it entirely too easy to pass yourself off as a saint and a perfectionist. And studies show that there are more women than men on Facebook alone. Women are vulnerable. And if I had to guess, I'd say that's why the scale is tilted to the higher percentage of women on social media. I think Amy might agree with me about that women are vulnerable. I mean, if you didn't agree, you would say otherwise. Men prey on that vulnerability, which explains their narcissism. And it's like a pathology, I don't know. Men, especially those with insecurity issues, like to exercise their machismo by taking charge in an augmented environment such as Facebook. The validation signals with likes and hearts is nothing short of fake popularity. But just like masturbation, it's gratifying and it feels great. Well, those are my true thoughts and true feelings. I don't know. If anything, social media has done more harm than good, and I speak from personal experience. It has always left me feeling worse after signing on than before signing on. That's no shit. I would always make a mental note of checking my friend's number, and if it was on the decrease, my anxiety would increase. Human nature, human intuition, we all want to be seen, heard, and loved. But the reality of that is we're not always seen, at least not in a positive light. I'm not. We're not always heard, and we're definitely not always loved. Human beings are fucking weird. When I first heard about Facebook, I purposely avoided it. I didn't know precisely at that time how Facebook was bad, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. There were things about it even back then that I didn't like. Now I despise it completely. And then it goes on. I did a road list. We went to Saginaw on Friday, and I did a road list in my journal. I can show you the road list. It's no big deal. I'll just flash it up here real quick for you. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yep. And then actually over here it says Saginaw, because that's where the city limits began. We were on Sheridan, and we went north. And Sheridan Road takes you into Saginaw, and then we went down Troy Street to Warren to 46, which would be Holland Avenue, and then Genesee to James. I think I have pretty good handwriting. But that's, those were some of my thoughts anyway. And Amy is joining us, but I'm just randomly venting here because I have no input from you guys, so it's probably going to be a short and sweet Sunday video because I have to go shopping yet, and yeah, today's the 19th. I got to go see what I can rustle up. We got food, but I'll still look around anyway just to see, what I can get my hands on. Might have a hankering for something, and just buy it, I guess. Did you hear the storm? No. It came through. It rumbled a little bit. I mean, up north, up by West Branch and Tawas City. No, actually, it'd be closer this way. Like West Branch and Tawas City, they had tornado warnings this morning. I don't know if an actual tornado touched down. I don't know if there's an actual confirmed sighting of a tornado. But the storms were strong. They were severe to the point where it could have potentially produced a tornado. That's why they issue the warnings a lot now, because if it has that capacity to produce a tornado, they'll just issue a warning just to stay ahead of the game. Because it had that potential. But we didn't have it that bad here. We were under a warning, a severe thunderstorm warning for... I wrote it in my I write everything in my journal. So let's see. Well, our warning expired at 10:30 a.m. and it is currently, at the time of this recording, 12:04. So it was almost 2 hours ago. But the storms have moved off. They went that way to the southeast towards Detroit. And I think it's supposed to be hot again today. Huh? But it about 8:30 or 9:30, I think it was. Oh, no, actually, yeah, it was about 9:30. It looked like it was 10 o'clock at night. That's how dark it got. And then it just started pouring rain. It's like, oh, we need the rain, though. We need the rain. Definitely need it. And it really came down. It really poured. We didn't get any hail or anything like that, but we had, like, large hail. Or no, we didn't have hail. Did I just say that? We didn't have hail, but we had large hail.
Yeah, you said it.
Wow. I'm glad I caught myself when I did. We did not have hail at all. We had heavy rain. We had strong winds. We had thunder and lightning, but we didn't have hail. We certainly didn't have a tornado.
I'm just glad that it waited until after the races.
Yeah. Sweating. Ugh.
I know how that is.
Ugh.
Turn your fan around. That was the fan, guys.
Yeah, that's the fan. Oh. The blade hits the cover is what it is. The fan blade hits the cover. Oh, that's better. Lift my shirt up and back. Ah, there we go. Over here sweating balls. But anyway, I'm not going to stick around too long. I got to go up to the store and see what I can find. I don't know if I might go to El Waso, put some gas in the car and head out. But anyway.
Peace out, everybody.
Same old, same old.
Yeah.
Everything here is good.
I've had some struggles. Next month, I have surgery on my left hand
Yeah.
on the 20th. I'm hoping that works out better than what she was saying. 'Cause if she goes in and she hits a nerve in there or a tendon,
Tendon.
yes, it can make me numb and I won't be able to use this arm.
It's like nerve damage.
Yeah, let's hope she doesn't do that.
I was in Saginaw, well, actually, when I went with Dad, because Dad, and I showed everyone the road list, or part of the road list. We stopped at my brother Wayne's, and, yeah, that's okay. We stopped at my brother Wayne's, and he was doing pretty good. We visited for a little while. He actually, the shirt I'm wearing, he actually got me this for my birthday a couple weeks ago. And I wore because he got me two shirts. This isn't the same shirt from last week. It's a different color, actually. But we stopped in on Friday. He's doing pretty good. Nora was still sleeping. His girlfriend Nora was still asleep.
It was awesome having all them at the race last night.
Yeah. I don't go to the races. I'm not a fan of races.
I liked it because I had people with me
Yeah.
at the stand.
I just don't like it because it's too hot.
Right. And it's awesome because right behind me, right over here,
Yeah.
is an old guy. And we sit together every week.
Sounds like it's thundering again. Well, I don't know. I can check I can check a map here. Let's see. Severe thunderstorm warning for Washtenaw, Ann Arbor. Nope, all the weather is down in Detroit area. Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo,
Maybe I'll stay that way.
like Battle Creek. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 12:45 for northeastern Washtenaw County. At 11:56 a.m., severe thunderstorm was located near Ann Arbor, moving east at 50 miles an hour. The severe storm will be near Ypsilanti and Dixboro around 12:05 and Salem around 12:10. So it's in Salem right now. It's 12:10 p.m. Other locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Hudson Mills, Pittsfield Township, Delhi Mills, Barton Hills, and Hudson Mills Metro Park. The severe thunderstorm warning for central Calhoun County is canceled, which was like Battle Creek and Marshall. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer poses an immediate threat to life or property. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. However, gusty winds and dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning are still possible with additional thunderstorms over the next hour. Well, Saginaw looks clear, Flint looks clear, Lansing has a special weather statement. At 12 o'clock, scattered thunderstorms were developing across southern Michigan, affecting areas near and south of Holland, Hastings, and Lansing. These storms were moving east at 35 miles an hour. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and pea-sized hail are possible with these storms. Frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is also occurring. Lightning can strike 10 miles away from a thunderstorm. Seek a safe shelter inside a building or vehicle and stay away from large trees. Okay. Cool. So it's clear. We don't have any more thunderstorms coming. They're moving away from us. So Ann Arbor and like Battle Creek and Marshall, and maybe Jackson and Lansing, of course. There's a storm down by Lansing, but that's okay. We're good. We're in the clear. But anyway, I've been here for over a half hour. Yeah. So last week was great, and I love writing in my journal. There's plenty more where that comes from. I can sit down and write for hours at a time. I just love writing. It's very therapeutic. And of course, I express my opinions about Facebook, which is why I focus more on my journals. The only time I ever really talk to anybody is if they're on Messenger or text message or email, or if they call me, or if they want to Skype or do whatever. Facebook is a fake environment. It is a playground for narcissists. That's where narcissism breeds. And I threw out a bunch of names last week. People who think that they're the shit when they're not. And these groups and societies and all this other stupid bogus shit that means nothing at all. Yeah, it's easy to do on Facebook. People just love to have their ego stroked, and I don't know. There's something missing from their life, that these people aren't happy. They're not satisfied. There's something about them that needs fixing. It's not my job to fix it. I'll admit I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to sit here and pass on this holier than thou attitude like everybody does on Facebook. We all have problems. Everybody has issues. But there are certain things that even on Facebook you just don't do. You don't act like you're better than everybody. You don't act as if the world revolves around you. You don't act like you're the center of the universe. That's why I stay away from societies and clubs and cliques and organizations and alliances and allegiances, because it's all bullshit. As I pointed out last week, and I was told that CareFest had to cancel their event. Yeah, because of the pandemic. So now you can't act as if you're the shit this year. You had your opportunity last year. maybe next year the pandemic will be gone and you'll go back to putting on the fake superficial show that you put on every other fucking year. So knock yourselves out, but I stay away from all that shit. But anyway, guys, that's all for this week. I gotta do some shopping. I'll probably end up going to Owasso. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me for another installment of the Sunday Video Update. I'm Jared Fuller, a.k.a. Jer Bear. I will see you next week. Much love. Peace out.